Hello and welcome back to Luke's Gaming. So I just loaded up World of Tanks here to continue doing my comparison videos on the Xbox 360 side of things compared to like the Xbox One beta that was happening recently. And well, I don't know if that'll be a spoiler or a hint or not at what's to come, depending on if this video comes out before or after those. But yeah, anyway, I'd been made aware of one of the Freedom to Win 3 op with the 50,000 XP requirement, but what I hadn't been made aware of that I'd read about on the little news things on the main menu was that the M24 Lunar Tank's returned, the sort of American space tank, and yeah, this was quite a fun little tank back on, I think it was April Fool's Day that they added this to the game as like a sort of special thing for you to do. But back then at the time, any battles in it were just literally for fun because of the fact it was April Fool's Day. But now this tank actually counts towards your active sort of stats and battles and can earn XP. So I thought sort of whilst I'm here, whilst I've got things set up to do my World of Tanks videos, then yeah, I thought I'd do a few battles in this thing, and that'll either end up as one or two videos depending on the length of said battles. But yeah, I've got the tanks set up as far as consumables, and I've got the ops in place. Well, that one's always active anyway, so I suppose we might as well sort of try and win some battles in this tank whilst I'm here. And then that's the Freedom to Win one, and I'll just set up a couple more here as well, so we'll see what kind, although I'm not sure if I want to be earning the XP on those tanks actually. I might disable that one just and activate this one instead, just because I'd rather have that XP as part of like a tank I'll actually want to earn XP on, whereas the Lunar Tanks doesn't have any upgrades, so it's essentially free XP, but you have to pay gold to actually convert your free XP over anyway. And that one will be fine because that's earning me coins. So yeah, I'll probably change those as it goes. And yeah, going by the stats, looking at it now, it's quite annoying that my defeats are now 20 more than my victories, because it was only a couple of weeks back I actually had 17 more victories than defeats, but what can you do, I guess. And the Lunar Tank's now listed there. I'm sure it used to be listed right at the bottom of the list before, and like as before it had zero stats because the battles didn't count, so now we're actually going to put the tank to use and have it in some battles. So yeah, let's load into a battle. If this loading screen's too... Nope, I was going to say if the loading screen's too long I'll probably skip ahead, but it looks like we're going to be in a battle any minute now, so let's see what happens. The Moon River thing is quite cool, and yeah, here we are. There's actually not that many moon tanks on the go, but yeah, let's have some fun. firing lasers and sort of jumping over these large canyons and whatever you want to call them on the moon. I see there's also I think they've graphically improved the map slightly compared to April Fool's Day, because you can tell that they've added the little black and white line around the outside. Oh, getting some air there already. And there's some more air. And a very highly detailed graphical picture of the Earth in the background. Oh, that one actually stopped my tank in its tracks. Although I'm not actually sure. Well, I suppose oh, that's some serious air. Yep, they're going to be flying through the air quite a lot on this thing. Hence the moon and like no gravity. But I guess the tank's still heavy enough that it sort of lands back on the moon rather than just drifting off into space. At least you'd like to think so anyway. And yep, my mic... Oh, I looked down there to check if my mic wasn't accidentally muted whilst I was recording. But yeah, and that's why I crashed. Oh, we're coming round from behind somewhere. I guess we'll shoot down this little canyon and see if we can come up round the back, or I have to keep an eye on my speed, because like it keeps stopping if you end up jumping sort of for too long and end up coming to a standstill as you land. I'm not going for the base capture, or not yet anyway. I'm going more for the finding tanks to shoot at approach. Whoa, that's a serious sideways drift. Although I may have just got myself stuck down there. he seems to be going towards the base capture. Right, here we are back on the tanks. I'm going to cut that bit out. I was starting a party so I didn't pick up on people's sort of in-game chatter because I forgot to do that beforehand. It'll have been destroyed already. Damn it. You know, I'll cut that little bit out because I think sort of when trying to open a party to, and yeah, we'll go back to garage in fact. But yeah, when trying to open a party, it was sort of, what do you call it? Trying to open a party so that I could block out all the in-game chat if there was any, and so it didn't get picked up on the video. And yeah, I ended up sort of showing my friends list and messages, sort of recent messages and that, so I'll cut that little bit out. And yeah, I'll be back in a moment with the battle stats when that tank gets back out of battle, and then we'll roll into another battle after that. Right, here I'm back on the stats for that battle, and disappointingly it doesn't actually seem to earn you any coins or XP. And well, I say disappointingly, I'm not too bothered about the XP side of things because, well, free XP costs gold to convert into usable XP anyway, and the XP wouldn't be going towards anything on that tank in particular, but I still thought it would have been earning silver to your overall sort of coins earned. But on the plus side, I don't think it actually spends coins though. Like, even though I've got the, well, even though I've got the things equipped, I don't think I actually used any of the sort of repair kits or medipacks during that sort of short period of time in the battle. But I still ranked sort of third overall on that battle, despite the fact I'd done quite badly. And yeah, done sort of just the one damage to that tank you saw me getting a shootout off briefly. Right, let's jump back to the garage now and jump into another battle and see if it goes any better. Hopefully yes. And you can see there's quite an increase in sort of the tier 9 light tanks, going by the fact that the sort of moon tank classes as one of them. I'm sure there was a sort of David and Goliath op for light tanks taking out like mediums and heavies, but like for a brief moment there I thought, oh, that op would be sort of good to have on because this is a light tank, but you're only shooting at other light tanks because they're all light tanks anyway, so never mind. It's quite a cool, like, just sort of view of the moon like this. I'd hope to see that on the Xbox One sort of when like sort of one day, whether they'll have it for a special occasion or whether they'll have it as like April Fools for the next year round, who knows. But I bet you this would look pretty awesome in this newly detailed, or better detailed Xbox One version of World of Tanks. And yeah, here we are sort of sailing through the lunar, whatever you want. I was going to say lunar atmosphere, but the moon has no atmosphere, so lunar surface, I guess. Sailing over the moon. Although I might be about to crash. Nope, you can plough through that. I do briefly remember some of these things, like this sort of map from before, but yeah, it's been a few months since this was a thing. And now it's back again for a few days, so yeah. My tank wasn't stopping there, annoyingly. And we're about to get a shot on a tank coming from... Oh, that tank's a lot further away than I thought it was. And there's quite a lot of flashing sort of laser beams shooting across the screen right now on this. And the fact that you have to sort of... the tank doesn't just instantly stop the moment you slam on the brakes. And I think I'm about to be destroyed again. Yep, there was no sense in me using that repair kit because I knew I was going to get blasted there. Well, at least I wasn't the first tank destroyed that time, I think. Yeah, I returned to the garage and, well, I suppose I might as well take a moment just to sort of spectate and view the sort of the back of my tank being a bit sort of on fire, it would seem. Although there's not really any atmosphere for the fire to actually breathe on the moon, so it's kind of just a sort of flashing spark or something, I don't know. But yeah, rather than spectating other tanks, we'll return to the garage and sort of be back in a few moments for this. I'll show you the log again, but I don't think it matters too much now anyway. But yeah, be back in a moment for the log, and after that we'll do another battle. Right, so here's the stats for that battle. And yep, right at the bottom of the list that time. I did great. Although I seem to have I've got sort of 3 tanks listed this time, just damage done on sort of more than one. Yeah, let's jump into another battle and hope we can make up for the first 2 miserable attempts or efforts of sort of getting blown up right away. It's this fast manoeuvrability and fast firing, as well as like remembering that it's actually got a whole array of shells you can fire compared to I'm used to sat waiting on the reloading for like 5 or 10 seconds on your normal tank. So yeah, was to see what happens this time around. I might try and go down the bottom and come round from the side, or not sure. That's the way I have been going actually. So let's go to the left this time. Yeah, let's take this approach and watch we don't run into anyone. I just keep bringing this up every now and then just to check sort of where I'm going. I know you do get the mini-map variant of this map in the corner, but I prefer just to have the like compass radar kind of thing, so you can just see like what's directly around you rather than like a view of the entire battlefield. And yeah, let's see if we can go after some of these tanks. The laser beam shooting through the sky or through space like that's pretty cool. It's pretty much like something out of Star Wars, but with tanks. Quite heavy tanks that can sort of float through space and do massive air leaps like that. Yeah, this is quite fun. Even though I'm getting destroyed, it's still quite fun just to see all this going on. Right, let's see if we can pick him off. He's on his own over here. It's looking promising. It's looking very promising. Aha! We got a kill. Right, we're already doing better than the first 2 battles. See if we can keep this up. So our team looks to be sort of winning, given that there's just 4 of them left over there, so let's get stuck in. Yeah, they seem to be in a little group over here. There's 3 left now. Hopefully I can get at least a shot on one of them before they all get destroyed. Yeah, these are quite quick little battles. I don't know if you can have more than, I think, is that like 6 tanks per team? No, slow down. Slow down. Yeah, you can't just slam on the brakes like you would with a normal tank. You have to stop like a sort of football pitch distance beforehand. There we go. Come on, get the last kill. That'll be a way to end the battle. Get the last kill. Come on. Right there. No, now's not a time to go soaring through the sky. I'm going to miss out here, aren't I? Oh, I had the shot. I had the shot. No, I've missed. Someone's going to get him. Guaranteed. Or will I get him? I might. Yeah, I got him. Woohoo. There we go. There's a successful winning battle. And I got the good game thing over the victory. Oh. World of Tank service is not available right now, please try again later. So it actually win the battle and it breaks the game. Well, I guess so. I don't know if the log will still be available to view now, unfortunately, but yeah, I'll be back in a moment for another battle if not. Right, here we are back on the garage, and yeah, it's just loaded back into the game. And going by the stats, the battle did indeed count. So our victory, our sort of victory of destroying the 2 tanks wasn't for nothing after all. And we also completed the op to the moon, win 1 battle. So yeah, got a free medical kit from that. And it seems to have added the Back to Earth 1 now, which is like for, I read about on the news thing beforehand, and it says that's for any tank other than the M24 Lunar. So that one will sort of start earning XP on when I get onto my other tanks. But yeah, let's fire up another battle in this one. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't get to view the log though because of the game sort of breaking like it did, or well, that sort of error window. I had that happen before during the, I think it was the World of Tanks Xbox One beta, where there was a battle that ended in a double base capture draw, and then at the end of it, rather than going back to the log screen, it came up with like defeat or victory or whatever it was, and that error message came up. So it was like, oh, that was a bit of an anti-climax to what was a rather sort of epic end to a battle. But yeah, let's go for the right this time. So we're sort of coming round from the other side here now. see if we can get stuck in again this time. And as always, there's someone on your team that finds it fun to shoot at your other teammates. Oh, this could be losing health. No, it's fine. I'm sure there's been one of those big leaps I've gone across before, like back during the April Fool's period of time, and it did actually damage the tank, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we're just leaping across the lunar landscape again. Oh, and there's a tank coming up over here. There's a couple of tanks coming up over here.
Enemy detected.
See if we can sort of keep ourselves not hidden, but see if we can try and get him from the other side here. Yeah, he's coming round here, so see if we can't cut him off. And there's another green dot coming up from behind, so I'd quite like to get some shots in. Although he may be down a ditch there. Yeah, and he's being shot at quick. Can I get a shot? I can. I stole the kill. Sorry, guy. I stole all your hard work there. Oh, that's not good. But I stuck the landing. Hold on, I've got another kill in. And I'm about to be killed. And I've used the repair thing there. And fire. Right, let's do. There's a tank over there that doesn't have much health left, so I think I'll fire those off just so I can get a full reload on the go. We have a tank over there, I'm not sure if I'll get a shot in. Oh, and there's actually a tank coming up from behind. Yeah, I'll go after him. Now let's see if we can't get a shot in. Yeah, I got a shot in, but yeah, still wasn't enough to take him down. Looks like it's going to be a victory here for a moment for our team, so I'll just keep spectating and see if I can find someone. Yeah, here's someone that's like right in the middle, right on the thick of it even. Being shot from both sides as well, so he's about dead. Oh, mid-air kill. What an unfortunate way to go out. Well, it's actually come down to 3-2, and this guy's finding it more appropriate to sit in the capture. This one on the other hand, yep, he's taken out that one. He just needs to finish off the job here. That was saved me sort of cutting back to the log screen if I'm seeing that right now anyway. And yeah, back to my tank after a good game indeed. Woohoo, a victory that didn't actually sort of break the game for whatever reason that happened. Although because I used the repair kit that actually took silver off me, so I may want to either take those off or sort of later on, or just leave them sort of on there but not use them, knowing that that's going to cost me coins. I ranked at the bottom on that one, despite the fact I got 2 kills. Maybe it was, I'm not really sure how that works. I thought it would have been near the top, but maybe it's because I went out early on, I don't know. And yeah, let's just jump straight into the next battle rather than sort of returning to the garage. I reckon we might make this one the last one, because I think this will be the 4th, or this will be the 5th or 6th even, yeah. Because I'd had the 2 where it didn't go well, then I had the 3rd that was a win but the game broke, or the error message anyway. And then I just had that one, so yeah, this will be the 5th battle. And I think the video might be coming up to maybe 20 or over 20 minutes, so yeah, we'll make this one the last. Yeah, I've quite liked going around in these lunar tanks and having the fun space battles back again, so it'll be nice to jump into them over the weekend, and when my main XP earning tanks are in battle, I can at least have fun with this on the side.
Time to roll out.
Let's head straight on this time, I think. And I forgot to mention before, I do have my fan on the background. I don't know if it'll be picked up, but it was quite warm before, but now it's not too bad, so I'll probably switch it off soon, but I'll leave it on for now. I did do a little test, a microphone test in Audacity, just to see what kind of, like, how much volume was being picked up from the fan, and I don't think it'll be too noticeable with this background battle sounds going on anyway. And he certainly went flying down there. I might be roll. Yeah, but I'm going to be a sitting duck here. Come on, get off the side, get off the side. I'm shooting, but I'm not actually getting anything done. keep firing. Spam it. Oh, I just missed out on a kill. There's one up there. Suppose I can charge in. Oh, there's one behind actually. Is he... Nope, I better keep an eye on the head. Yeah, I'm about dead. That kind of rhymed, without meaning it to. Oh, can I get a kill? I can! Look at that. Can I do it again? Come on, do it. Ah, so close. So, I thought for a moment there I was going to get a double kill on the way out before I'd actually got taken down, but yeah, one was quite a good effort. It looks like it's going to be another winning battle for the team, so yeah, at least I'm sort of having a few wins, I say a couple of wins back, given that the first two were sort of, I think the first two were defeats in the end, yeah. So I'm hoping the team's going to turn it around on this one. I don't think they need alerting to the fact that there's stuff going on. Yep, then there we go, another successful tanks battle. Yeah, that went quite well for the team again. I say for the team, these a group of random individuals that take these on together. I'm so very tempted to do another battle, but knowing me it'll end up in a defeat instead, and it wouldn't be a good note to end the video on, so yeah. Although I'm at the bottom again, disappointingly, but at least I sort of took out a tank whilst doing so. And sort of got some damage in as well as destroying that tank there. And yeah, I guess that'll do it for the Lunar Tank's special little video here. And I'll be getting back to doing my sort of comparison videos now for my Xbox One and Xbox 360 sort of graphical comparisons, and it's a bit harder than I thought, because like doing it on the 360 side of things, it has to be like the same battles and the same type of battle and the same variation of the battle. Like I can't do a comparison between a daytime and a nighttime one across two different platforms, so yeah, it's going to take a bit longer to record some of these videos, and yeah, I'll get back to doing that and I'll finish there. So yeah, stay tuned for those videos that are going to be coming out at the same time as this anyway, I reckon, and yeah, stay tuned for whatever else I end up doing after these. And yeah, as always, stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.